Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 13 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos. Leave a like and a comment, let me know how I'm doing. Subscribe to stay up to date on this series as well as others. We're going to go through a quick recap of episode 12, and then we'll get into the video. Okay, episode 13. So, in the last episode, we did a lot of mainly queuing up of building, but we got a little bit of stuff built. So if we go into our build menu here, so we can see, you will see that we built a huge leisure area in Fall City. So we've got a bunch of Lidos, kind of a little like park area, I kind of think, with some benches, some more campfires, a nice secluded shower area for the beavers, and then we added in a little fence that I like with a couple shrines and a statue, looking really good. We then moved on, also in Fall City, by getting canola planted so that we can start to process oil. That'll help us with production of various foods down the line. And then we also went ahead, going back into the build, we also went ahead and mapped out a little bit more canola production, as well as the canola processing. So we have the oil presses here. And that's going to allow us a lot of oil storage in here. That's going to allow us to store quite a bit of oil, hopefully. Now, Magnic, and I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, commented on episode 12 that canola is apparently an extremely efficient crop in this game. In his view, I need about 2/3 of what I have mapped out here for the entire map, not just for this one district, for the entire map's worth of beavers. So, I let him know in the comments that I am a big, the more the better, or the more the merrier, however you want to say it. So we're going to stick with our tons of canola, and we're probably going to have tons of canola oil ready to go. So that'll be okay. As far as power goes, because these do require power, we're going to put in one engine here, kind of run the power along over our path down into this facility. This will take quite a while to build, but it should be fine. So some other things that we worked on. We planned a lot of dynamite, obviously, as we do. For those of you who watched the Folk Tales playthrough, you guys will know that I have a heavy hand when it comes to dynamite usage. We also managed to finish our dam here a little bit late for the drought, but we got it finished, so during the next wet season this should fill up. And then we are working on getting some stairs rebuilt down here. And then if we come into, continuing in Hillview, we mapped out a little stairs here because we are almost out of metal here. And we're going to have to get access to this metal up here. Now, I know that this is going to be far away, but kind of think about it as like it's an expeditionary metal project. Just a few specially chosen beavers to go up and work on the metal up there. So that'll be good. So that is what we got done in the last episode. So a couple more comments to go over. So Ben Scorgi, and again, if I butcher your names, let me know in the comments. I apologize. He said essentially not to prioritize these by haulers. That it'll free up our actual haulers to kind of work within the district, because these have workers who can go get their own logs, and I think that is a decent point, and we will see how that operates. And then John Hanks said that he thought that there was a tile of let's bring this down, that there was a tile of land in front of the water wheel. And I'm not sure. Okay, so the water wheel goes on top of there, and let's see. Oh, so I wonder if he means this land right here. Yeah. That could do it, because you can see that this water wheel, it runs right up against these levees. So this land would need to be removed. Okay, John Hanks, thank you very much for that comment. I don't know how we're going to remove that. It would mean that we would have to get rid of both of these water wheels. And this path. We do have the stairs down there, so it shouldn't be that hard. It's just kind of a question of getting it done. And I would like to do it while we have explosives available, which we do have. So let's, yeah, I mean, we're in a drought now, so these are useless. So let's come through here and let's start off with that. So I'm going to delete that, delete that, delete that. Let's prioritize those for pickup. And then we're going to come through here and we're going to dynamite this off. Make that maximum priority. Let's see, what else do we have maximum priority on? This whole thing. Make that a little bit lower. A little bit lower priority in Hillview. Get this dynamite laid. Ooh, that's actually that's a Fall City thing, right? It's not going to be a Hillview thing. Well, let's check our priorities in here, because I want to get that. Let's do that. Let's do something like that. There. And then let's drop all of this down to a more reasonable expectation. They have the dynamite though, so this should get laid fairly quickly. Just one more, and here he comes. And then we can get that dynamited out, and then hopefully that will... Hopefully that'll help this water wheel function just a little bit better. Oh, and he didn't get it done before the night. That's okay. He will get it done, and then we're actually going to have to put some platforms in there. Yeah. Because we're going to need to put those water wheels back in. But that should be good, and hopefully that makes this water wheel function at full capacity. Not that we really need it. Our batteries are more than sufficient, and then we got the engines as a little backup. So we should be okay. So what are some things that we want to get done in this episode? Well, I have some thoughts. The first of which is that I would like to clean cut this whole area up here. So let's get that done. Let's get rid of all of these resources. And I get it. They're working on other, more important things. All right, so let's blow that up. And then let's get some platforms in here. Again, highest priority on those so that we can replace our water wheels. Let's see how they're doing. This one will be focused on harvesting. And let's make these moderately high priority. Not the highest, but moderately high. And we have huge numbers of vacancies in this district. 26 vacancies. That is disastrous. This district, we only have 3, which is pretty good. So I'm actually going to... Let's come into our district management, because we seem to be doing much better on population over here. In fact, let's get those operational, because what I'm going to do is if we come to our districts, Fall City, Hillview, I'm going to send 10 adults from Hillview over to Fall City, just to help out with those vacancies. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, we still have 51 vacant beds here in Fall City, which is pretty comical. Okay, so these are storing canola, seeds. It's going to be a long while until we get this up and running. But that's okay. How are we doing for water? We are doing just fine. 2,000. More than enough. Let's get this last platform built so that we can get our power wheels reconnected. So we can get a compact power wheel in there. Make that highest priority. That just takes logs. Should be no problem at all. And then we can get one in there. Get that built. Okay, so now if we go into our layers view, you will now see that there's no obstruction for this water wheel. So it should function much better. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, John Hanks, I got faith in you, man. All right. So, with that queued up, yep, and they already got them built, so we are back to normal. Let's just go through, kind of check our priorities real quick. So, the only thing that they are working on here in Hillview is the stairs up to the metal, and then the laying of all of this dynamite. So, let's... I was kind of worried that I was going to kill that beaver there, but he's just fine. Okay, so this has nothing selected. I don't really know what I'm going to put in there for now. I imagine that we're probably going to end up storing way too much canola seed. So I wonder if one of these should be for canola seed. I don't really know how quickly we're going to process it, is the only thing. So, all right, so the drought has ended, so let's get our water pumps back operational. All throughout the land. And now let's reassess our vacancies. We have 17 here. Granted, I did just send 10 beavers over to Fall City, and over here we have 21. Those are pretty bad numbers, if I'm being completely honest. Just because, you know, if you think about it, they're all haulers. So it's kind of, you know, kind of a mixed bag, really. Now, granted, in Fall City, we do have both of our builders' huts operational, so that's 8 beavers right there that are working away. That would probably normally not be in the builder's huts, just because I don't keep those operational if there's not big building projects going on. Which obviously in Fall City, there's a significant building project going on right now. So with that being the case, you know, they can just kind of do their own thing, I guess. Anyway, we're getting the dynamite laid here. With the water flowing, let's just see if it's caught up yet. Yep, so there they go. Look at that. That power wheel looks like it's turning much better. So John, I really appreciate it. And now we're going to get some water flowing in here, and then that should overflow and fill up this location. Which should be great. In theory. Just want to make sure that everything is working the way it is. This is a ton of water that we're storing. And you guys know me. Once we get a huge surplus of dynamite and this project gets finished, we're going to start squaring this off, making this a deep reservoir. It's going to be great. It's going to give us virtually endless water. So that's going to be super fun for you guys to watch. Just endless dynamite. Okay, so what are some of the other things that we want to plan? Let's just first dynamite that out. RIP the headphone users among you. I apologize. Get the dynamite on there. Prioritize that. And let's also prioritize getting rid of all of that. Anyway, what's some stuff that we want to work on? So up here this little cliff point. I have an idea, and I'm going to make a small district up here, and it is going to be entirely science focused. They are going to produce nothing. They are going to import everything. There will be no labor focused jobs in this district whatsoever, other than the individuals that work at the district crossing. I think it's a kind of an interesting concept for a district. And you know what? They're going to be so snobby that they're not even going to allow the district crossing to be up here. It's going to be further down. That's just kind of what I'm envisioning for this district. So, with that being the case, let's figure out where we want this district crossing to be. So let's get rid of that. They can pick that up. So let's see. So this district crossing is going to be right here. So it's going to come in here. Ooh, we can't build on that shrine. That's okay. So let's go into district management. Get a district crossing in here. And get a path into here. Decoration. Shrub, obviously. Because this one's going to have to go. And then we're going to loop our way around here. So let's get something like that. Get rid of that shrub as well. Let's see. Double. Single. Doubles. We need a single there. And then we can, let's sever that connection right there. So this will be the crossing that they're going to have. And you know what? I think we want some shrubs there. Right? Pretty sure. Pretty sure everybody wants a shrub. And I think we want a beaver statue right here. Kind of the entryway. Actually, let's do the beaver statue right here. Should it be up on a platform? Yeah, I kind of think it should. Beaver statue like that. Kind of overwatching the entrance into the district crossing. And I'm actually going to eliminate the district crossing itself for now, because I do want this still connected into this district so that they can clear this out before we build it. That is how snobby the scientists are. The scientists have gotten so tired of living in Fall City. They're going to get their own place. And man. Oh, RIP the headphone users. I apologize. I apologize. Alright, so let's get rid of this path. Get rid of this path. Let's get rid of this path. Let's get rid of that path. We're going to sever that connection. They can pick that up. But we are going to have a path come through here. Here. And then... just because I like nice and square. Let's put a shrine and a shrub. Maybe a couple shrubs right there. But anyway, let's get rid of this intersection here. Let's put a couple paths through here. We can connect that up. We can put a path into there. We are going to get a forester right over here who can service this whole little island for Hillview. And this is not going to be for cutting. This is going to be for tapping so that we can get our pine resin. So let's get 3 tapper shacks. I have no idea. I feel like 3 is too many. Let's get 2. And then these are going to produce pine resin, which I believe are stored in tanks. Let's see. Coffee, medicine, water. Okay, I'm obviously crazy. Let's see if I get a medium warehouse. Does this store pine resin? Okay, yes, so this stores pine resin. So let's get probably 2 warehouses worth of pine resin. Let's get this prioritized so that we can get the pine planted. And then let's come through here. Let's get pine. Tons of pine. Tons and tons of pine. And I think 2 tapper shacks should get us plenty of pine. If we're being honest. Okay. Wow, they actually got a lot of this built. So let's go finish off all of this power stuff. Then finish the engine. And finish that little thing right there. Actually, engine lowest. I want this done before the engine, because there's no point in having the engine if there's nothing to run it. Let's get rid of all of that. And let's do something like that. And we'll just leave an opening there in case we need to build more engines. Let's go moderately high priority on all of that, as well as this. Okay. And you will prioritize the pine. Get all that planted. And the beavers are working on this, so no available storage for the logs. So we'll just get rid of those altogether. And let's see, we can reconnect that. Might as well. And I still love Hillview. I think Hillview looks just awesome. Oh yeah, and look. Our little reservoir is working really well. And what this will allow us to do is just get a little water pumping going on in here. Maybe like 3 pumping stations? Or do I want to dynamite? Do I want to dynamite this out? Make it lower. I don't think that's necessary. Our major dynamiting project will be done elsewhere. So let's get 3 pumping stations in there. Just for, you know, emergency purposes. Not that we need them. Let's check our water storage. So we're doing pretty decent over here. Over here, similar. We're doing pretty good. We do have 19 vacancies in Fall City. Population is rising. Not at all worried about getting outpaced on food. I am a little concerned about the water. And then over here, population is rising as well. Still 10 vacancies over here, all haulers. But for now, I think we're doing pretty fair. So with the Tapper Shack, that is going to give us pine resin, which then we will need to convert into the, what are they? The refined planks, or whatever they're called. So we're going to need a couple of those. However, what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to build another one of these, which we will pause. And then we're going to build 2 of these, which we're also going to pause. And we're going to need a path to run down here. And then a path connecting those up. Now, these are not getting powered. Why? They should be. Because that is wrong. Okay, let's get rid of that. Pick up those materials, because that needs to be a 4-way. Which is why this isn't getting any power, and it has beavers already working in it. Man, that's devastating. We could definitely get another paper mill, probably two additional paper mills operational. Just because you can see that our paper is dwindling, and that was full. So obviously there's a lack of paper going on. Okay, let's check back in, see how they're doing on the building project. Of course. Ugh, beavers. Of course they didn't build that in the correct order. Okay, and these are full up on canola seeds. So this is our raw cassava. We will make this canola seeds, and we will just leave it as normal. So now we have excess canola storage over there, if needed. Let's go with our next power component. We'll make that maximum priority so that they actually come over here and build it. Let's see, full, that's full. I imagine these are, yeah, very nearly full. So having that excess seed storage, probably a good idea. As I said earlier, the more the merrier, in my opinion. I know that that's probably wasteful, and it's not, you know, it's not the most efficient way to do things, but it's just the way that I like to do it. So let's get rid of this, and then we are going to need to put a 4-way right in there. Let's pick up those logs if we have anywhere to put them, which I don't know if we do. And then let's get that built first and foremost. First and foremost. It shouldn't, yeah, it only takes 4 logs. Should be very easy. Very straightforward. And interestingly enough, that cut off power to virtually the entire facility. So, definitely urgent that we get that built. There we go. And then let's get this one in here. No storage for the logs, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of them. And let's see, how are we doing? We are full up on planks and almost full up on gears. So since we already have the path up here, why don't we get another pile and another storage for all of those. So let's go gears and planks. Just because I feel like you can just never have enough of either of those. Because as soon as you queue up just a massive building project, and you don't have those resources, you're just, you know, it's just screwed. We're getting our books made up, which is great. And we still have a couple vacant storages. 2 of them to use. I believe we already have 2 storages for explosives. I wonder if we want more explosives. Probably. If I'm being honest, probably. This scrap metal is empty. This scrap metal is completely empty. So let's get those back operational. And let's see how we're doing for vacancies. 21. Yeah, that's not good. That's not what we're after. So I think considering our planks are in such a good spot and our gears are in such a good spot, let's pause a couple of those. They're not the priority right now. And over here, I'm probably going to pause 2 of each of those farmhouses. Ooh, there's only 5 vacancies here now. Because this population is rocketing. So with that being the case, let's pause a few of the breeding pods. And then over here, yeah, 20. Although 11 children, yeah, that's pretty good. We'll continue to let the population grow in Hillview. I think that's fair. Anyway, the pines are getting planted, and then once the pines are good to go, then we can get the tapper shack going. It's just not a priority as of now. Okay, and let's make all of this priority, and then I'm going to make this less of a priority. And let's make the engine the highest priority. I'm kind of going back on my earlier statement about wanting this stuff done first. Let's just get the engine done. Actually, I'm going to switch them. Let's do that. Let's do highest priority there. This is going to take gears and metal blocks. Let's see. Metal blocks, we have 33. This requires 20, so we're good there. And then gears, yep, 165, we're fine. Planks, we're good. This is a pretty solid amount of storage that we got going on over here. Which I like. Man, and the canola seed is already filling up. Which is very good. I mean, you know, the more the merrier, right? Isn't that what we say? Isn't that what we say? And let's see, I'm going to make all of this slightly lower priority, and then I'm going to make that the lowest. So they'll kind of finish like our little park area and our entrance to the farming area. And then they'll move on to the bigger and the better of the things. Okay, how are we doing for water over here? 2.1 out of 2,700. So that is pretty good. I kind of think that we should probably get some more water storage. I would love to dynamite out a little bit of this, so let's do just that. So We need all of that removed. That'll be priority, so that we can mirror the 6 over here with 3 more. Just for, quite honestly, just for symmetry's sake. This takes planks and gears. And we can pause that. Don't need anybody working in there for now. So 4 vacancies over here. Over here, 16. Population's still growing. Again, just makes me slightly concerned for the water. Food, not an issue. 6.3 thousand. That's plenty of food, especially because we're still going to be producing it during the dry season. And let's see, we have people working here, which we don't need as of now, not until they get this stuff removed. That's prioritized by haulers, as is that. I want all of that prioritized so that they will actually actively move it back to Hillview, back to the industrial area where our smelters are working overtime. Let's see how we're doing on books. None. Okay, so they're being consumed is what that means. And if we go into our well-being, we should actually see something about it. Yeah. 15 of 202 beavers are getting books. So we're going to need a lot more book production for sure. If we want to actually make a meaningful impact. Now, how we're going to get that, that production up and running, not quite sure. We could probably, if we come in here, yeah, we can fit a couple industrial buildings right here. Maybe more books. So let's get that removed. Let's go triple. Prioritize those. That's logs. Generally no idea if someone's going to come pick that up. Might just delete it altogether. But we can get that in, that 3-way split. And then we could do something like this. And then jump the power back down. And then we're going to need a couple straight power shafts, but we might as well take advantage. Put a shrub in there. Prioritize the shrub, obviously. And then this area, 1, 2, 3, 4, that will have to be filled in for industrial buildings, which I think are probably going to be books. Might as well. But I'm going to put that whole thing on the lowest priority. Okay, let's come over here, see how we're doing. So there is still no power, so we can pause both of those. Okay, this is looking really good. This is all done. Not sure what they're working on, so I think I'll tell them clean cut that first. And then we're going to need some stairs up here so that we can dynamite that away. Let's prioritize those stairs as well. Let's see how we're doing. 11 vacancies in Hillview. Ooh, and we actually have an unemployed beaver over here. So why don't we just slow down that population just a little bit. Now, granted, we do have all these farmers not working. But I just want to kind of put the brakes on Fall City just a little bit. Let's get that dynamited out so that we can get a little bit more water storage in here. And the question is, do we have explosives? Yes, we do. So, those explosives should be moved over there pretty rapidly. You know what they say, when everything is prioritized, nothing is, right? Isn't that what they say? Pretty sure it is. But okay. What are some other things that we want to store in here? These giant storages. Honestly, I'm not sure. So if we go to our food, so we're going to be fermenting the soybeans. So we're going to need to develop some soybean farms. Maybe right over here, potentially. And then what is the rate? 6 to 20? That's pretty good. And then mushrooms, hydroponic garden. Let's take a look at that. Just kind of see what it looks like. Okay, so it's literally just a building. And then we have the food factory, which takes either corn, looks like eggplant, and mushrooms. Both of those along with oil. And creates food. Food rations, it says. And then we have a coffee brewery. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we do have things to work on. And, you know, maybe we'll make a coffee district. Who knows? It's just kind of going to be... It's going to be one of those things, you know? Okay, so the engine is up and running. It is pretty far. Consider optimizing your paths or splitting districts into smaller ones. No, it's fine. It's totally fine. Let's get that in there. Highest priority. Let's see if they got the dynamite in. They did. So let's detonate the dynamite. And let's get some tank storage in there. And we can make those highest priority as well. You know, just everything. Highest priority. Everything. Everything is the priority. Sometimes it feels like that's me at work. Just everything. Everything is either the end of the world or the highest priority of all time. You know. Anyway, guys, this is probably going to bring us to the end of the episode. We're at right about 45 minutes. If you guys made it this far, definitely consider leaving a like and a comment, subscribing to the channel to stay up to date on this series, and checking out the Patreon if you're interested. It's linked in the description below. Just a quick channel update. Unfortunately, I am going to have to travel for a little while, primarily to go to a funeral. But then also I had a scheduled trip coming up. So I'm going to be out of town for about the next 2 weeks. I am doing my best to try and pre-record some videos so that it's not a complete drought at the time. But you know, if you guys see a noticeable lack of content over the next couple weeks, that is the reasoning. Not to worry, I will be back. And we'll get right after the videos when I'm back. So, you know, I appreciate your understanding with the flexibility, and I look forward to getting back at it once I'm back. So, until the next time, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.